Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference, where innovation meets tradition. Here, growth is not just measured in victories, but in the development of character and sportsmanship. Our student athletes compete at a championship level, pushing their limits every day. The Heart is committed to an uncommon student athlete experience that features some of the premier athletic programs in the NAIA. Our commitment to excellence goes beyond athletics, establishing a community of support and mentorship. But what truly sets us apart is the heart with which we play. Join us and experience the passion, the drive, and the spirit of champions. That passion and commitment extends off the playing field and into graduation. The Heart of America Athletic Conference, champions in competition, leaders in life.
What goes into building next year's roster? From identifying top prospects to fostering relationships that lead to commitment, recruiting is a full-time mission. WinWon brings it all together into one powerful platform. Whether you're on the road or at the office, WinWon is always within reach. Our iMessage automation makes connecting simple and efficient. Send personalized messages from your own number to every recruit on your list. Adding recruits is fast and effortless. Add as you go, upload a list, or even share a custom QR code. Visualize your roster like never before with the WinWon depth chart. Plan positions, customize views, and keep your recruiting strategies sharp. And just like that, you've built next year's roster. Centralized, connected, and built for success. That's recruiting with WinWon. You were built for your athletes. WinWon was built for you.
Test.
You want to do play-by-play again, I'll do color, or you want to switch it up?
Coaches, fans, and staff here Bronx, New York. Number 1, Abubakar Roma. At the other forward, 6'5" senior from New Orleans, Louisiana. Number 2, Jake Robinson. And at the other forward, 6'4" senior from Kansas City, Missouri. Number 21, Christian Bradford. Park is coached by Jason Klein. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, 6'2" sophomore from Boston, Massachusetts, number 3, Malachi Bryant. At the other guard, 6'3" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 11, Gary Clay. At forward, 6'5" freshman from Manchester, UK, number 25, Joe Buchanan. At the other forward, 6'7" junior from Olathe, Kansas, number 35, Caden Caderline. And at the other forward, 6'7" sophomore from Barcelona, Spain, number 42, Gerard Bosk. The Pioneers are coached by Adam Hefner, assisted by Trey Brown and Gabriel Jordan. Tonight's officials are Aaron Citron, Nathan Chitwood, and Chad Waller.
Well, welcome into the Cook Center. You're on the campus of Mid-America Nazarene University, and we are set for some playoff basketball. It is the quarterfinals of the Heart of America Conference Tournament. And your hosts, the number 4 seed Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers, and the visitors, the 5 seed Park Pirates. Both of these teams come into tonight's contest dead even, 17-11 overall, 16-8 in conference, and 1-1 head-to-head. We're going to be in store for a great basketball game.
Absolutely, Nate. These two teams could not be any closer on paper. I'm most interested to see how the freshman Joe Buchanan does in his first collegiate playoff game here. Stakes couldn't be any higher.
And Joe led this team in scoring as a true freshman. As you mentioned, 15 points a game, 44% from downtown. So Buchanan certainly a go-to scorer for the Pioneers, and he's got the ball left wing. Goes inside to the sophomore Gerard Bosch. Bosch one-on-one with Jaden Robinson. Shot fakes up and in with the right hand. The lefty gets the scoring started with the right hand. A perfect start for the Pioneers. Win the tip, first bucket.
Absolutely. Gerard Bosch played out of his mind last Saturday against Graceland, even though had to switch the jersey number with a little bit of blood. Not afraid of contact there. Great shot fake.
There'll be plenty of contact tonight. When you play a Jason Klein, head coach Klein, in a Park Pirates team, it is going to be a physical basketball game. They turn the ball, they turn their opponents over a ton. They offensive rebound a ton. It is a physical game. Pioneers, be prepared for that, but never easy to beat a Coach Klein Park Pirates team.
Absolutely not. And this specific team hasn't been much of a three-point shooting team this season. We'll see how the MNU defense reacts to that.
Switching ball screens early. Malachi Bryant blows by the switch and scores on the reverse. Pretty move from Bryant.
Absolutely beautiful move right there. That's one of my favorite finishes at the glass.
Sophomore point guard from Boston, Massachusetts, in his first year with the Pioneers. Had a great sophomore season. This is a Pioneer team that got off to a bit of a slow start, had a really tough schedule, young team, and have been 13-2 in the second semester, have really been playing their best basketball down the stretch. First bucket for the Pirates from Christian Bradford, 6'5" junior from Kansas City.
Yeah, lots of height for Park all around the floor. Makes rebounding easy, makes those inside buckets easy. If they're not going to shoot the three, they're going to get those inside buckets, a lot of points in the paint.
And they're able to switch every screen defensively, which can really cause offenses to stagnate, have to play one-on-one basketball, and Buchanan's having to do that now. Late shot clock, the turnaround jumper left it short, and there's a shot clock violation. Good defense from Park.
Yeah, excellent 30 seconds of defense right there. Like you mentioned, able to switch every screen, making it tough on the Pioneer offense early.
Yeah, that starting lineup for Park goes 6'5", 6'5", 6'2", 6'6", 6'5". So just a lot of interchangeable pieces. As Cromad turns it over, Pioneers come up with a stop. Traditional starting five for the Pioneers, who've been running out there for the bulk of the second semester with this same starting group. Guys from all over the map, too. We've got a guy from Boston, Chicago, Barcelona, Spain, Manchester, England, and Olathe South right down the street.
Yeah, all over. A little bit of homegrown talent. Few international pieces, too. And how about the Chicago, Illinois native right there with a tough bucket?
Yeah, what a play from Gary Clay. Gary in his one and only season in a Pioneer uniform, but playing every game now could be his final collegiate game as he's a senior, fifth-year guy, or maybe a four-year senior. I'm not sure. Some of these guys had that COVID year. Gary transferred from Division II down in Georgia where he was the leading scorer on that team and has made a big impact on this Pioneer club.
Yeah, hit the game-winning three-pointer against Graceland last Saturday. Absolutely electric scene here in the Cook Center. Looking to do more of the same tonight.
Jaden Robinson kicks it out, three ball on the way, left just short by Tristan McRoberts. And there's the Olathe South product, Caden Caberline with the rebound. Bosch back out top to Bryant, gets the ball screen from Caberline, and there's the switch. Are they going to go to him in the post? They do. One-on-one with McRoberts. Caden got a size advantage. Gets to that strong right hand, up and in off the glass.
Look at that.
Pioneers able to exploit that mismatch in the post early on the switch.
Yeah, that's just the big man right there going against the point guard for Park. Going to win that matchup 9 times out of 10 down in the paint.
It's Robinson up top, guarded by Caberline. Gets a ball screen for Croma. Back inside to Jaden Robinson, who's an undersized 5, but he rebounds the basketball and plays above the rim. A great athlete. Misses the jumper. Got to keep him off the glass. McRoberts able to corral it and puts it up and in. You heard a buzzer from the shot clock, but correctly was not called a shot clock violation. Reset on the field goal attempt. Did hit the rim. Brooks Langer into the ball game for the first time for the Pioneers.
Similarly to how the MNU women's team has Zaylee Worth and Cameron Green as this kind of two big man game. Similarly, the MNU men have Gerard Bosch and Caden Caberline. As there's Caberline pulling it away, giving it to Langer.
Brooks coast to coast with the Euro step.
Oh!
Couldn't get it to go. What a finish from Gary Clay on the putback.
Unbelievable finish, Nate.
Early candidate for the Olathe Eye Care good vision play of the game. That is a ridiculous finish from Gary Clay.
Able to react to the ball coming off of the rim while midair.
You give him credit for a dunk on that?
Absolutely.
Didn't rip the rim down, but he flushed it through.
Absolutely.
Three ball in response, knocked down by Josiah Barnes.
Big response. Not letting this Pioneer crowd get too much into the game early, especially after that incredible dunk.
Keeping it a one-possession game. Pioneers looking to go inside to Caberline on the switch again. Finally got it to him and eventually found an open shooter, Brooks Langer, from the wing. Left it just short. His first field goal attempt. McRoberts, coast to coast, kicks back to Barnes, who just hit one. He goes into the paint. Nice pass inside. Had it poked away. Able to recover was Christian Bradford. He's one-on-one with Langer.
Good defense.
Bradford able to muscle through that time. Had a size advantage on Langer and just got it up and in off the glass.
Yeah, Langer was holding his own for a long time. Almost a nice put back from Malachi Bryant right there.
He went back to that reverse layup we saw him make earlier. Came up empty. Isolated right side and good help defense. Malachi Bryant stole it away from behind. He's going to pull up for three in transition and knocks it down. Malachi Bryant with 5 early points here in the first half. 13-9 lead for the Pioneers.
Malachi Bryant, 30% three-point shooter on the season, showing off the cannon right there. Great pull-up three in transition.
Yeah, and I think that number is going to keep going up throughout his career. He shot at 40+% as a freshman at Quincy at his community college, and I think we'll see numbers closer to that his junior and senior campaign. He can really shoot the basketball. And that is a tough shot. Another three ball from Josiah Barnes. He's 2 for 2 from downtown. It's a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, how about Park? Not typically a three-point shooting team, but 2 for 2 here in half number 1. Got to give them credit for adjusting their game plan.
Yeah, Barnes, a 34% three-point shooter on the team, probably the best three-point shooter on this Park ball club. But we would be remiss to not mention it. Jacob Barnett, the leading scorer for the Pirates at 20 points a game, has only played 11 games and been out with injuries. So they're doing this a bit shorthanded. As Cromagh gets his first bucket of the game and gives Park their first lead.
Yeah, and Abubakar Cromagh has had to step up as the leading scorer in the absence of Jacob Barnett. Went out midway through the season. So credit to him for stepping up. That's hard to do.
Caberline one-on-one in the post again that time, but not quite the same size advantage as Jaden Robinson, standing tall, blocks the shot out of bounds. And we're going to have a under 15 timeout. Believe it's going to be a full timeout. It will, so we'll take a quick break. It is an early 14-13 Park lead here in the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament.
You need Jerry.
You said in Jerry law?
Injury law.
In Jerry law.
Injury?
You need Jerry. In Jerry law.
Welcome back inside the Cook Center here. Great quarterfinal matchup between Park and MNU. And let's get another quick look. That incredible dunk from Gary Clay just a few minutes ago. Incredible getting up, getting the ball off the rim, off the missed layup from Brooks Langer. It's just an absolutely unbelievable play. Early candidate for the Olathe Eye Care play of the game.
Coming out of a timeout, Pioneer basketball, it's Shane Stevenson, Isaiah Cole, and Branton Van Dyke in for the first
nice
time.
Pass.
And there was heck of a block from behind by Jaden Robinson. That saved a would-be layup from Joe Buchanan, Pioneer leading scorer.
Swatted that one away with a little bit of extra attitude, Nate.
A volleyball spike there. Double team came inside on Robinson that time. He's able to get rid of it. And Barnes, who's had the hot hand early, pull-up jumper. Rattles out. Langer battling for the rebound, and it was brought in by Gaji Ralik, but he was out of bounds on the baseline, so Pioneer basketball. Excuse me, that's Gaji Gavalia.
Yeah, fight for the basketball there, and Gavalia won the battle, but unfortunately was out of bounds, and it's like Joe carried that one.
That's I gotta point out, I think that could be the difference in the international game and the way they call it in college here in the States, is I think Joe gets away with that one over in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great move if the refs don't see it, but yeah, right there, right in front of that sideline ref. Going to call it most times.
Double team comes again on Robinson. Able to get rid of it. Pioneers rotate out. Now Robinson going to take a jump shot. That's not what he does best. He's great around the rim. This is the 17-foot jumper, but Park steals an extra possession on the offensive rebound. It's Tyler Burrows now in for Park for the first time running the point guard duties.
Something both of those teams are so good at, Nate, is getting on the offensive glass. There's a three-pointer, no good. Langer with the rebound.
And finally have Josiah Barnes missing from downtown. Welcome sight for the Pioneers. And it's Shane Stevenson. Up top, dribble handoff with Cole. Go back inside to Stevenson. He's got a bit of a height advantage. Spins baseline, cut off. Gets back to that right hand, no good, but second chance also left it short. There's Gaji Gavilia on the defense and the defensive rebound. And now he's got the ball inside with Stevenson. Got him off his feet and scores up and over.
How about that for Gaji Gavalia, getting the stop on defense against Stevenson and then winning on the offensive side. But Stevenson answers back.
Able to respond with the transition three. That trailer three ball, and Shane can shoot it from out there. It's always another weapon in the arsenal when your bigs can step out and knock down a three, and Shane can certainly stretch the floor.
Absolutely.
Double in the post again. This time they're doubling Cromagh in the post. So Pioneers doubling pretty much every post catch here in the first half. Van Dyke just threw it beyond the reach of Brooks Langer running rim to rim. And Pioneers want to play fast. The transition is a huge part of Coach Hepker's game plan all the time. It's a part of the culture of Pioneer basketball, and that one just out of the reach of Brooks Langer.
I like the idea right there. I mean, if Langer catches that one, he's got the open layup. Just a little bit too strong on the pass from Van Dyke. A little bit too much mustard there.
It looks like we got Caleb Jones-McCrary in the chat, who's the starting center on the Pioneers team for the last couple of seasons, on the conference title team a year ago. Shout out to Caleb.
Let's get it.
Cromwell working one-on-one with Isaiah Cole. Spins, turnaround jumper up and in. That's a tough bucket from Abubakar Cromwell. Against a really good defender, by the way. I think Isaiah Cole is the best on-ball defender on this Pioneer roster. Started about half the games this season, has been coming off the bench here at the end of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. Leads the team in steals. And for someone who's a bench guy, that's really tough to do. But, yeah, absolutely great defender.
Just a sophomore, another Olathe guy, hometown kid. Gary Clay's jumper just left short. Park off and running in transition. Burrows just about had it blocked from behind, but got the finish to go over Gary Clay.
Park seems to have a little bit of momentum now. Couple of makes in a row, couple of stops on defense. How will the Pioneers respond?
We've seen Coach Klein go to that full court press, which has been a staple of Park basketball through the years. They didn't start out in the press. They've gone to it here in the last few minutes. Stevenson against the switch. Up and one too many steps. Yep, shuffled the feet. So that'll be a turnover. It will be Pirate basketball when we come back from the under 10 media timeout. 9:31 to go here in the first half of the quarterfinals. Pioneers trail 20-16 here in the opening round of the Hart Conference Tournament. So it's Park basketball to get things started here after the under 10 timeout, and Pioneers showing a little bit of full court press of their own.
I like it. You know, not a ton of momentum right now for MNU. Maybe try, get a full press, force Park out of their game plan, force them to break a press.
A little 2-2-1 press, see if they fall back into the zone or if they play man-to-man. A lot of times they'll go back into a 2-3. It looks like they are in the zone.
They've also got some of their best defensive players out there right now. Just doing anything they can to get a stop here.
Yeah, it's heads-up play from the coaching staff. Coach Hepp and his group switching things up out of the timeout. Park obviously had a set play called and had to blow it up because they're playing against the zone. Van Dyke looking for Gary Clay cutting to the rim and just turned it over.
Yeah, pretty sure he thought Clay was going to stay out on the wing there, take the corner three. Instead, Gary Clay wanted to charge in for the rebound. Just a little bit of miscommunication there, but it's an easy issue that Pioneers should be able to resolve as this game moves on.
Malachi Bryant back in at the point guard spot for the Pioneers, and they're back into the man-to-man. So just one possession of the zone. See if they go back to it. It was successful as Burrow with the backdoor cut and the easy deuce. 6-point lead now for the Pirates.
Yeah, that backdoor cut doesn't work so well on the 2-3, but when you're in the man-to-man zone, your man loses, yeah, leads to wide open layup right there from Tyler Burrows.
Park still switching screens. Bryant trying to take advantage. Kicks to Clay. Three on the way from the slot, and Gary Clay knocks it down. Bryant with the assist, and Clay giving him credit, pointing at him, saying great pass. Gary Clay with 7 first-half points already.
That's a huge bucket for the Pioneers. You know, a couple more buckets for Park, and this becomes a double-digit game. That three-pointer is good from Josiah Barnes.
The one guy in a red jersey you do not want to see take a catch-and-shoot three right now is Josiah Barnes. He's hit 3 of them here in this first half.
Absolutely on fire. Coach Adam Hepker going to need to make some changes at halftime on how to guard him.
Pioneers go inside, Caberline, double team comes. Was looking for Clay, and it was poked away. Good defense inside. Croma got a piece of it. Park gets the steal, and Josiah Barnes the easy 2 on the other end. Pioneers going to call timeout. It is an 8-point lead for the Pirates, 27-19, 7:34 to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break here in the Cook Center. You're watching Pioneer Basketball on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube. See what adjustments Coach Hep has for his group coming out of the timeout is Pioneers were getting good looks early, and the Park defense has tightened up here in the last several minutes. Go back to the zone possibly. Got to get Joe Buchanan going. He's still Pioneers' leading scorer, scoreless here in the first half. So,
yeah, it's one of those questions that we asked at the beginning. How will the freshman do in his first playoff game? And so far, showing a lot of nerves.
Pioneers break the press. Clay got all the way to the rim, missed the layup. It's exactly what you want to do against a press, is attack the rim before they get back and set their half-court defense. And Clay got all the way there, just couldn't finish.
Yeah, and he knows that. He's a senior. He's played this game long enough to know that's what's supposed to happen. There's a little bit of a heat check from Barnes.
That's absolutely a heat check. Maybe a well-earned one, as he's had a big first half. Burrows leaves it well short. Malachi Bryant in transition kicks, and there's Buchanan, open 3 in transition. He got it to go. Welcome sight for Pioneers fans. Joe Buchanan for 3, because he can hit them in bunches.
That's a big one for the Manchester Maniac. I was about to say he showed a couple of nervous moves, you know, had the carry earlier in this game, a couple of missed shots, but that 3 going in should get his confidence going.
And there's a stop for the Pioneers. See if they go right back to Buchanan. A lot of times after great shooters hit one, Hepker will run a set to him, get him another look right away.
Yeah, I wonder if Joe is asking for one right now, having a bit of a discussion with Coach Hepker.
Got to imagine Buchanan will be named the Heart of America Freshman of the Year when those awards come out later this week. You know, leading scorer on the Pioneers team, had a 35-point game as a freshman, almost unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to give a reason why he shouldn't be Freshman of the Year.
Agreed. I mean, they go right back to him on the handoff, 3 from the top of the key, and just rattled out. Looked good the whole way. Park in transition to the rim. That could have been a travel, or they're going to get the foul first. It was Christian Bradford attacking the rim. Foul's going to be on Buchanan. That is the first team foul on the Pioneers.
How about that last night in the women's game between Clark and MNU? So many fouls left and right, and in this game, just 1 foul for either team.
Yeah, and I said at the top of the broadcast that Park is an extremely physical team. They always are, and yet 1 team foul apiece 14 minutes into this one. And make it 2 on the Pioneers as Croma wildly into the lane, but drew some contact, and that foul's going to be on Malachi Bryant. Croma is this Pirates team leading scorer of the guys in uniform. As we mentioned, Barnett has not been playing. Croma averaging about 14 points a game. It's a 67% free throw shooter, but gets the first to go.
Can hear the MNU crowd coming to life a little bit. Trying to distract Croma. Let's see if it works here on free throw number 2.
I might be showing my age here a little bit, but when did guys start wearing 2 different colored shoes? Like Abu Bakar has a green shoe and an orange shoe, and that was not something that happened when I played.
Yeah, well, there's
Well, if you're going to get steals like that, you wear whatever color shoes you want. But
yeah, Kiana Skank, I believe, on the women's team, rocks the 2 different colored shoes.
Why not?
Yeah. A little bit of style. I don't think I could rock that, though. That just looked weird. Not good enough at basketball. But Malachi Bryant is.
Absolutely. Malachi breaks the press like we just talked about it. Get right to the rim against the press before that half-court defense gets set. And Malachi's got 7 first-half points. Chance to add to it with the and 1.
Came flying in there from the outside and able to lay the ball in. Ton of momentum.
And Bryant cuts the Park lead to 4. Just under 6 to play here in the first half. Pioneers back into that press. Let's see if they fall back to the zone. Robinson going to attack Caberline. Good hands from Caberline, and he poked it off of Jaden Robinson's leg. So Pioneers come up with a stop. Heck of a play defensively from Caden Caberline.
Yeah, holding his own in a one-on-one right there. Inside while the rest of his defense getting back from playing full court press. Excellent stop from Caden Caberline.
Pioneers can make this a 1-possession game. As Gerard Bosch inbounds it to Bryant. Going to come back to Bryant up top, followed by a high ball screen from Caberline. Here it comes. They got Langer circling top of the key. Malachi just missed him. Drew some contact there, I thought. No whistle. Park in transition. Believe they're going to get Gary Clay reaching in. They are. That's going to be Clay's first.
It looked like on Malachi Bryant, he was originally going to go for the pass, and then that pass got blocked. So then midair, he tried to take the shot. Surprised he was even that close, having to adjust midair.
Yeah, Park defender may have got a piece of that basketball all the way up. Pioneers continuing to switch up the looks. Went to the 2-3 zone, a possession to go, get after the press. Looks like they're back in the man-to-man.
Yeah, looked like Coach Adam Hepker here trying to play mind games with this Park offense. Ooh, good pass.
And Tristan McRoberts just about lost it. Saves the possession for the Pirates, and he's got it in the corner. Up to Barnes, not the guy you want to see shooting it right now for the Pioneers. Barnes all the way to the rim. This is the layup. There's Robinson on the offensive glass. Went, I thought, through Caden Caberline, who had legal guarding position and was boxing out, but no whistle.
He definitely looked like an over the back from up here. And
stepping out of bounds on the baseline, I believe, was Shondell Robinson.
There you go. As the kids say, ball don't lie. Pioneers ball when we come back from this break.
The Pioneers come up with a much-needed stop. Down by 4, just under 5 to play here in the first half of the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament. Watching MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube. Park staying in that full court press, coming out of the break. It's a 2-2-1 look, but they'll fall back into a man-to-man. They will trap you near the sideline, though, and here it comes. Bryant able to break it to Brooks Langer up top. Pioneers going to get into their offense, just 20 on the shot clock.
Pioneers had a little bit of momentum going before the media timeout right there. See if they can keep it rolling right here.
They were looking for the sophomore Gerard Bosch on the slip there, trying to exploit that switch. Good defense by Croma, couldn't get it to him. Caberline pull-up jumper just rattled out. That hit every part of the rim, didn't it? How did it not go in?
Yeah.
Croma in transition. He's so dangerous in transition. All the way to the rim. Had it blocked by Caberline.
Block.
And Brooks Langer got a piece of the basketball from behind, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. It's going to send, I believe, Christian Bradford to the line for 2.
Brooks Langer. That's his first fourth team foul.
Just the first personal on Brooks Langer, senior out of Gardner, Kansas / Denver, Colorado / Harrisonville, Missouri in high school, playing his final home game for the Pioneers, hopefully extending the season, but had a heck of a career in his senior season.
Absolutely. Yeah, sticking with MNU all 4 years. Love to see that in, an era of college basketball where there's so many transfers in and out. It's good to see a kid stay loyal to a head coach.
Yeah, and multiple head coaches came in playing for head coach Rocky Lamar and stuck it out with Coach Hep taking over. Comes the trap. Gary Clay throws a long skip pass to Langer to Bryant. Malachi all alone. 3-ball on the way, and he buries it. Malachi Bryant stays hot here in the first half. He's in double figures with 11, keeping the Pioneers afloat. He has matched Josiah Barnes with 11 for Park, 2 leading scorers here in the ballgame.
Beautiful shot from the wing, Able to take a dribble to set himself and absolutely splash down.
Barnes finally off the mark from downtown, but tracked down for the offensive rebound from Jaden Robinson. Croma to the rim. Stopped short for the pull-up, missed it, and there's Jaden Robinson again. You have got to keep number 2 off the glass. Jaden Robinson, I don't know this. I'm going to look right now. I guarantee you is the Park Pirates' leading rebounder, certainly their leading offensive rebounder. Robinson, just about 6 a game, over 100 offensive rebounds. Jaden Robinson all over the glass.
Yeah.
That may have been defensive rebounds. Don't fact check me. Croma one-on-one with Bosch. Takes a fadeaway jumper from 15 feet. Couldn't get it to go.
He loves that fadeaway jumper right there. Reminds me of Kevin Durant, one of the best scorers in the NBA. Kind of tall and lengthy, able to shoot that mid-range shot over his defender. Croma just can't get it to fall here, though.
Barnes again getting inside, and great defense. Pioneers got a hand on the basketball first, forced the miss, and they've got a 5-on-4. Langer thought about the 3. Instead, he's going to go skip pass. Somehow it came up in the hands of Gerard Bosch, who was fouled. Fortunate for the Pioneers that one wasn't turned over.
Yeah, wild sequence right there. You had Barnes flying back and then getting a hand on it, but can't get the ball. It tips right into the hands of Gerard Bosch.
Bosch, right place, right time. 20 on the shot clock. Pioneers will inbound baseline underneath. Stevenson up top, going to get it back to Bryant. Malachi puts it on the deck. Was cut off there. Bosch one-on-one in the post. Has a size advantage. Goes up and over, and it goes the right-handed jump hook. Again, he's a left-hand dominant player. Scored both of his field goals now with that right hand, showing the versatility.
Yeah, that's a really nice jump hook right there. Had the height mismatch. Saw the double team coming in, but got the shot off before the second defender could affect the play.
Pioneers back within 1. High ball screen up top for Barnes. To Croma, 3 on the way, and he's a heck of a basketball player. Doesn't shoot it great from the three-point line. I think Pioneers willing to give him a little bit of space from downtown, but got to block him out afterwards as Park has been all over the offensive glass.
Yeah, we saw the key for the Lady Pioneers last night was how many offensive rebounds they had. Just pure math, right? You rebound the ball more, you're going to get more shots, and that's how the Lady Pioneers won. It's what Park is trying to do tonight.
You can't give them extra possessions. They'll turn you over, and they'll go get offensive rebounds, and that's a recipe for success, has been for Coach Klein's teams for a lot of years. Pioneers have done a decent job taking care of the basketball, but now they got to rebound it on the defensive end. Robinson struggled from the line, goes 1 for 2. Park staying in that full court press. A lot of times you'll see teams press after made free throws. Park will stay in it even after the miss.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to do on the fly.
Langer, 3-ball from the wing, and he knocks it down. Brooks Langer puts the Pioneers back on top by 1 with his first field goal of the ballgame.
He just has one of the cleanest shots that I've ever seen. I mean, it looks pure every time. That one, beautiful.
Yeah, and it's a much prettier shot than his brother Connor's, who couldn't shoot it at all. Connor, almost a 2,000-point scorer here at Mid-America, by the way. He could shoot it a little bit. Bosch one-on-one in the post. Double team comes. He finds Stevenson up and in. Could have been an and one. Great pass from Gerard Bosch, and Stevenson with 5 now.
Hepker screaming at the officials.
Begging for the foul.
For a foul right there.
Certainly a lot of contact. You got to at least let the shooter land. And Shane, I think, came down on a defender there. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to be a travel. Yeah, Gaji Gavalia was asking for a foul. He thought Joe Buchanan hooked him, and Joe just pulled the chair out from under him. That was good defense.
Yeah. Yeah, these refs, a couple of no fouls early on some, calls that could go either way. Kind of different from what we saw in the ladies' game last night. But honestly, love to see it, right? Let the boys play. Give them the spotlight. It's way more fun.
Stevenson goes right by Josiah Barnes. Back-to-back buckets from Shane Stevenson, the big fella from Mankato, Minnesota. Pioneers retake a 5-point lead. Foul's going to be on Brooks Langer. It's going to be his second. Neither team in the bonus, though, with just 30 seconds to go. And Isaiah Cole will head to the scores table to ensure Langer doesn't pick up a third. And you'll see Coach Hepker yo-yo those two guys late in halves, late in games for defense, offense subs.
Yeah, Isaiah Cole, such a defensive guru. Looks like Jason Klein here wants a timeout, kind of set up some offense here before the end of half number 1.
Yeah, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here with you, and we'll see what Coach Hep decides to do. Last time the Pirates took a timeout to set up an offensive play, the Pioneers came out in a zone. It was effective. We'll see if they do it again or stay here and guard man-to-man against whatever set Coach Klein's got drawn up.
Yeah, such a chess match between these two really strong head coaches here. Have been leading their programs for a while now. I mean, it just, they both have great chess pieces too, right? And how they play them is so incredible. It's fun to watch, the X's and O's.
Yeah, the X's and O's certainly a big part of it, but it's the Jimmies and Joes that win the games, right? You got to have good players. Both these guys, both these teams have got talent across the board.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Hepker said in his speech on Senior Day. He said he just has guys that win.
There it is. There it is. Pioneers coming out in the zone. So Coach Hepker doing it again. Sees the timeout. Says, we'll play a 2-3 zone. Do you have something called for that? Park going to have to make it happen on the fly. Pull up jumper, left short, but the offensive rebound from Croma. So the zone was successful, but got to finish the stop with a defensive rebound. Pioneers up 3. Final possession of the first half. Bryant, step back 3 from the wing. Just left it short. That'll do it for the first half of action here in the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament. The number 4 seed Pioneers take a 37-34 lead over the 5th-seeded Park Pirates. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, bring you stats from the first half and the second half of action from Rocky Lamar Court here in the Cook Center. Thanks for watching on MNUsports.com, MNU Sports on YouTube.
high fly ball deep to left field. Gone! Victor Sanchez Ramos wins it for the Pirates.
You have got to be kidding me with this guy. Sends Park to Nationals.
Top of the screen, it's a little bit of a head start. Now throw over the middle, man wide open. And off to the races are the Pioneers. And nobody's going to catch them. 10-5 touchdown Pioneers. Quick strike offense. Able to come up with a huge chunk of yards.
There on the right wing for the Cumberlands. A bicycle kick. Cornish! What a start for the Statesmen! The best goal I have ever seen on the Dross Field, and it's in the biggest game I've ever watched on the Dross Field.
Well, welcome back into the Cook Center on the campus of Mid-America Nazarene University. We are set for the second half of action here in the opening round, the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament between your hosts, the 4th-seeded Pioneers, and the visiting Park University Pirates. And just as you'd expect, and two teams so evenly matched, it was a back-and-forth, dead-even first half. Leading scores in the first half, Josiah Barnes for the Pirates with 11, Abubakar Kroma with 8. Pioneers were led in scoring by sophomore point guard Malachi Bryant, also had 11. And Gary Clay, as Shane Stevenson was 7, followed him up. It was as dead even as you could be, but Park did lead the rebound category by double digits. That'll be one thing Pioneers got to shore up is the defensive glass. Did a nice job taking care of the basketball, though.
Yeah, Park was so good at getting those offensive rebounds in half number 1, which is part of the height difference, the height advantage that they have in this game. Let's see how Adam Hepker adjusted at the half.
Pioneers did go 6 for 11 from downtown in the first half, 54%. Park just 3 for 10, and all 3 of those makes from Josiah Barnes. There's another offensive rebound right out of the gate, and that's Christian Bradford. Went up and over Caden Caberline, and he's going to be a foul as well on Caberline, which Pioneer bench is asking for an explanation. They can't believe it. Didn't seem like he was in position to commit a foul, but
yeah, about 300 refs in the stands don't agree with that call.
But a new 20 on the shot clock for the Pirates, and little stack ball screen up top. Kick back to Barnes. Clay runs him off the three-point line this time. That's a good decision. Make him shoot a 2, and 2's off the mark. There's a stop. Good defense by Gary Clay.
Yeah, great defense, not letting them get inside in the paint. That's where Park does their most damage. Not a three-point shooting team, like you said. Forcing them to shoot those tough mid-range shots.
Park switching the ball screen late in the clock, but pull-up jumper from Bryant left it short. Cromwell pulls down the rebound. He comes in transition.
I like that shot from Malachi Bryant. He's the leading scorer at this point in the game. Try to get him hot in the second half. Didn't fall through, but he's going to get other opportunities.
And Pioneers will continue to try to exploit the switch, whether it's Bryant off the dribble, hopefully getting to the rim against that switch, or going inside to their bigs, as we saw Caberline have some success against the switch early in the first half. Bosch to Buchanan. Joe with just 3 in the first half. Did knock down a triple, but there's Gary Clay knocking down a triple of his own. Gary Clay joins the double-figure scorers. He's got 10 now. Pushes that Pioneer lead up to 6.
Seems like he gets double digits almost every night he's on the floor.
He's had a big second half of this season.
Such a consistent player.
Little bit of a slow start, kind of adjusting to a new school, new system, new coach, everything, but has had a fantastic second half of the year. As Cromot gets all the way to the rim, lays it in, and he's in double figures with 10.
Oh, good block right there.
Great block by Tristan McRoberts. Saved a would-be layup from Bryant. Clay to the rim, was fouled, and he got it to go. Gary Clay, the circus shot finish through the contact. Going on a 5-0 run of his own, Gary Clay with a chance to add to it.
Absolutely unbelievable finish right there.
He had his arm ripped down by Josiah Barnes and just finished through the contact. That is a strong take from a senior.
Man. Had an impressive and one in the beginning of the first half as well. Gary Clay showing off his strength. And makes it count, converting the three-point play.
13 points now in the game for Clay. And the winner of tonight's ball game, you would expect, would be heading to Baldwin City to play the conference champs, #1 seed Baker Wildcats. But Baker in a dogfight, just a 5-point lead over Missouri Valley at halftime. So we'll keep an eye on that one as we progress here tonight as well.
Yeah, it would be really nice if Missouri Valley wins that game. There's a nice bucket.
Yeah, the winner of this one would get to host in the semis. Should they Vikings pull off an upset. Buchanan refused the screen drive and baseline, and some contact there with Robinson, but Jaden Robinson forces the turnover.
Joe Buchanan not quite looking like himself tonight. You know, only has that 1 3-pointer. A couple of different miscues for him on offense.
Some of that, I think, is matchup dependent, as Park likes to switch a lot of screens, as we talked about. So he's having to play, well, the Pioneers are having to play one-on-one as opposed to him catch and shoot against all that help defense or guys tagging rollers or hedge, pick and roll. But he'll get going.
Yeah, he will. Malachi Bryant almost had that one. Hung on the rim for a couple extra seconds.
Josiah Barnes had it tied up. Good hands from Caden Caberline. Possession arrow favors the Pioneers.
Caden Caberline has been so good at doing that tonight, just getting his hands in there without drawing a foul, taking the ball right out of the hands of the Park players that are driving in.
Caberline has it up top. Zoom action for Buchanan. He kept it, faked the handoff, got all the way to the rim and missed the lefty finish.
Now a little 5-on-4 for Park until Caberline gets back.
Robinson all the way to the rim and he's fouled. Not a bad foul though, as Robinson so good in transition and not a great free throw shooter. Make him earn 2 at the line. That's just the second on Gary Clay, so not foul trouble to worry about, as Robinson is he's a 60% free throw shooter on the year this year. That's up from previous seasons. Nothing but net on the first from Robinson.
Yeah, and free throws, it seems like it'd be the easiest thing to improve in practice, just get more reps, but there's something about those in-game free throws. Able to fight yourself out of your own head, focus in on the moment, unable to do that there on that miss.
Yeah, Pioneers will take a 1-for-2 trip instead of the layup. Getting onto a 4-point lead. Clay left wing. Here comes that empty side pick and roll on the wing. Park will switch that screen. See it again here. Caberline gets the switch. McRoberts one-on-one in the post. Double team does not come. And right through the chest of McRoberts, Caberline got a great look right at the rim and couldn't convert.
Shots so far just not falling for MNU in the second half. They've been getting great looks. Malachi Bryant and Caden Caberline, both excellent looks on the past few possessions, but the basket is unforgiving.
Empty side pick and roll from Park this time. Skip to the corner, extra pass. Barnes, 3-ball, knocks it down. Josiah Barnes has all 4 made 3-point field goals for the Pirates now, and he's got 14. Anybody else? Got to run number 5, off the 3-point line.
So that's exactly what head coach Jason Klein will try to do. A lot of contact there. It's like they're going to get Christian Bradford. Oh, excuse me. They're going to get Jaden Robinson on that foul for Park.
Yeah, Jaden Robinson was making sure the officials knew to call his number and not 21, because that would have been the 3rd on Christian Bradford, just the first foul on Robinson. Bosch knocks down the first of 2.
Yeah, that was a much bigger problem for the Lady Pioneers last night. Had a few players kind of run into foul trouble, but so far just not a lot of fouls for either team here in this game. Very clean basketball.
Smooth sailing for the Lady Pioneers, as has been the case all season. Undefeated, 24-0 in conference play. Won the league outright, of course, and blowout win last night in the opening round of the tournament. So shout out to Coach John Lewis and his crew. Having a fantastic season. I think ranked top 10 in the country now.
Yeah.
Wild shot at time from Cromah, and Shane Stevenson came up with the rebound in traffic, but I think there were 3 different Pirates that got their hands on it. So it's a jump ball and arrow back to Park.
Yeah, and credit to Shane Stevenson for holding his own against 3 different guys, pulling him in 3 different directions. Just hanging on to the basketball for dear life.
This Pioneer team has been a different team since Shane got back from injury. He broke his hand early in the year and was sorely missed, and has battled through a couple of injuries even since then. But Pioneers certainly need his depth in the front court. High ball screen for Barnes, late shot clock. He drops it off inside for Bradford, and he goes up and over Langer for the easy 2. It's a 1-point ball game.
Tough finish right there. Left hand underneath the basket. No problem, though, for Christian Bradford.
Bryant draws the foul on Robinson. That's his second, both here in the second half.
Foul number 2, Jaden Robinson. That was his second personal, 13th foul.
And we'll take a full timeout here in the Cook Center. So opening round of the Hart Conference Tournament, Pioneers with a 45-44 lead, just under 15 here to go in the ballgame. Gerard Bosch will inbound underneath, goes up top to Stevenson. Little flex cut for Brooks Langer, not there. Trying to go inside, they do. Bosch gets to that strong left hand, and he's fouled. We'll see if they call it on the floor. I think they will. Was hoping for a 2-shot foul there, but they're going to say Gerard got hacked prior to the shot.
Yeah, definitely look close right there. Starting to go up, looking for the shot, but going to say they got him before he was in the shooting motion. Looks like Pioneers have a set play drawn up here on the inbound.
Bosch will inbound it once again. It's Brooks Langer, Isaiah Cole, Shane Stevenson at the foul line, and junior point guard Branton Van Dyke now going to throw it in instead and kick Gerard Bosch out to the corner.
The officials were sorting out a shot clock issue or some sort of issue with the scoreboard, but we got it figured out now.
Stevenson at the elbow, turns the corner, kicks. Isaiah Cole, 3-ball, left is short. Robinson tracks down the rebound.
Yeah, that's definitely not Isaiah Cole's strongest factor of his game from the three-point arc, but I like that wide open look.
Stepped into it, shot it with confidence.
Yeah.
It'll go down. Robinson to the rim. Nice drop-off pass, and Bradford able to convert, puts the Pirates back on top. 10 points in the ballgame now for Christian Bradford.
Yeah, these teams have just been going on runs back and forth. Basketball is a game of runs. It was MNU that was on one to end the first half, and now Park slowly coming back here, leading for the first time.
Langer spinning, fouled. See if they'll call it a 2-shot foul. I think Brooks was going to go up to shoot that basketball, but they're not going to give it to him. I'm going to say on the floor. Fouls on Tyler Burrows. I think that's his first. But 5th team foul now for Park here, just 6.5 minutes into the second half. So Pioneers one away from the bonus. Neither team came close to the bonus in the first half.
Yeah, Pioneers would love the opportunity to be shooting free throws on these fouls. These close calls could go either way. Why not just guarantee yourself free throws every time?
Poked away by Burrows that time. Late shot clock. Van Dyke has to create all the way to the cup. The lefty finishes up and over. Strong take from Branton Van Dyke.
Yeah, that definitely mismatched in terms of size on the inside, but able to get the strong finish with the left hand. Great stuff from the junior guard right there.
Van Dyke had to take over for an injured Mekhi Elmore last season and led the Pioneers from the point guard spot to that conference title, so played a lot of good basketball in Pioneer uniform. Robinson gets the bucket to go inside. Lead going back and forth just about every possession now. Langer goes inside to Stevenson. He's got the switch on the point guard Burrows. Goes up and over with the jump hook, left it way short. Poked away by Van Dyke, and he's got it back in the corner. And the officials have stopped play, I believe, to reset the clock as the shot clock reset. And I think they're going to argue it should not have.
Yeah, it looked like that shot from Stevenson hit the side of the backboard, and it didn't hit the rim. Looks like they're going to get a quick replay look at it here. Confirm.
So we may take a quick break as they figure out the clock situation. 12:31 to play in the ball game. It's Pirates 48, Pioneers 47. Van Dyke will inbound. It's 13 on the shot clock as we resume play. Has to throw it all the way out into the backcourt to Isaiah Cole. Back to Van Dyke on the handoff. Swings to Buchanan. 3 from the wing, and he knocks it down. Joe Buchanan, his second triple of the ballgame. He's got 6 now.
And I think that's his favorite spot out there on the wing. Made his 3 earlier in the game from the same spot. Pioneers would love to see him get hot in the second half. Can the freshmen carry them?
See if they go right back to him next possession. They tried in the first half, ran a set to him right after he made the 3-ball, as they like to do. We'll see if get a special ATO for Joe Buchanan on the next trip. And Buchanan, just a freshman from Manchester, England, averaging 15 points a game, shot 44% from downtown this season.
Yeah.
Phenomenal freshman year. I don't know this for certain, I think has the all-time high for a freshman at 35 points in a game earlier this season.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that was against, but maybe William Penn.
Yeah, William Penn at 35 points. That was a game Pioneers put up over 110 points.
Certainly
offense was clicking in every way.
A different pace to this one as Pirates playing
a
little tighter defense than we saw that night, as it's 50-48 with 11.5 to play. Van Dyke inside, drops it off for Stevenson. Stevenson with a couple inches on Jaden Robinson, but Robinson is a strong defender. Doesn't move an inch in the paint.
And shot clock should have reset there again.
Yeah, should have reset it. It didn't. So the opposite of what happened last time. It reset and it shouldn't have. This time didn't reset and it should have.
And that's a tough break for Gary Clay. They passed it to him, had a wide open look from the wing. But instead they'll have to reset, see if they can get him open again here.
Van Dyke out near midcourt. Stagger for Gary Clay. Clay off 2. Gets a ball screen from Stevenson. Shane inside, has a size advantage on Josiah Barnes. Goes right through him and he turned it over. Poked away by Barnes.
They try to get that pass out to Buchanan, but nice interior defense from the Pirates.
Defense from Cole on the other end to cut off the baseline drive from Gavalia. Burrows into the paint. Wild shot.
Oh.
And the foul is going to be away from the basketball. So that was not on the rebound or the shot attempt. They're going to call the foul on Gary Clay. Away from the ball. I didn't see what happened. Clay can't believe it.
Yeah.
Saying he tripped the Pirate. Trying to get back in transition defense. And
yeah,
Gary not having any of it.
Yeah, I mean, the player he was guarding didn't even have the ball. And yeah, looks like they're going to take Gary Clay out, let him cool down a little bit after that questionable call.
And you can steal just 48 seconds here, get to the under 10 media timeout. Buchanan steals the inbounds. Joe, coast to coast, shot fake, got the defender off his feet and finishes. Joe Buchanan, 8 points now, has scored a couple in a row for the Pioneers.
Great jump fake to put the Pioneers up by 4. First 2-possession lead for them in a while. And you can hear Pioneer crowd starting to get loud in half number 2.
Burrows off the ball screen, skip pass, Chroma all the way to the rim, lays it in. Good take from Abu Bakar Chroma. And Coach Klein going to take a 30-second timeout, just 14 seconds before the would-be media timeout. So we'll take a quick 30-second break. It's a 2-point lead for the Pioneers, 10-14 to go in the ballgame in the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament.
You need Jerry.
You said in Jerry law?
Injury law.
In Jerry law.
Injury?
You need Jerry. In Jerry law.
Bosch inbounds it to Van Dyke. No press from Park here as much in the second half. We saw quite a bit of it in the first half. Not sure how effective it was. Pioneers only had 5 turnovers in the first half and did get some easy looks, breaking the press to the rim. Bosch, right-handed jump hook. We've seen it a couple of times tonight. Why not? The right-handed jump hook up and over. Bosch now with 8 points.
Yeah, got the favorable bounce off the rim, and so many of those have gone the other way for the Pioneers tonight. Just haven't been falling. That's a great one to fall, though, here with under 10 left in the game to go up 2 possessions.
It's a nice pass inside from Josiah Barnes to Gavalia for the easy 2.
Yeah, Park has shown excellent ball movement. They've done a great job of taking the extra pass to get an even better look.
These 2 teams trading buckets here the last few possessions, as it's been a defensive battle prior to that. Double team comes on Bosch now, and Burrows poked it away. It's going to be a loose ball battle, and that should be a foul. I can't believe there's no whistle there. A lot of contact. Burrows going through the back of Brayton Van Dyke. But last touched by Van Dyke, and it's going to be Park basketball. Coach Hefker can't believe it.
Wow. All the way out at mid-court right now trying to plead his case.
We'll take a look at it here. The replay is, Burrows just goes right through the back of Van Dyke. Branton did touch it last, but certainly a lot of contact there, no whistle. So it will be Pirate basketball when we come back. So 9:12 to play. Pioneers hanging on to a 2-point lead, 54-52 here in the quarterfinals of the Hart Conference Tournament. Josiah Barnes will inbound. Out to Burrows up top. Back to Barnes. Burrows into the paint. Kicks to Cromah. Cromah puts it on the deck. All the way to the rim. Nice pass inside. Burrows with the easy 2, and we're tied at 54.
There it is. Another example of that extra pass right there from Park, leading to another wide open layup.
Empty side pick and roll for the Pioneers, getting the switch. Unable to get it inside to Bosch that time. They'll stay in the continuity ball screen. 10 on the shot clock. Van Dyke gets the screen from Caberline. Fade away from the elbow. Tough shot, and foul is going to be whistled on Caberline, I believe. One was missed on the opposite end as Isaiah Cole took a shot to the face.
Yeah.
Some physical play here the last few possessions.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, the official can't really see that going on the other side of the court. I mean, just unlucky break for the Pioneers. They'll have to come back and make a stop on defense now because of it.
All tied at 54, 8 minutes to play. The winners will be, in all likelihood, headed to Baldwin City for the semifinals to play Baker, who does have a 10-point lead now over Missouri Valley. Cromah, pull-up jumper, no good. Another offensive rebound. That's been the calling card for the Pirates, but turned over. Langer with the steal, gave it right back. Threw it to Jaden Robinson, and Robinson traveled. So 3 turnovers in the span of about 3 seconds will end up with Pioneer basketball.
Coach's worst nightmare right there. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Robinson. He's making a hustle play, steals it, and was right there at the midcourt line. And they called a travel. I'm not sure if he meant to do that or an over and back, but either way, Pioneer basketball. Looking for Clay on the wing. Got it to him. Isolated there. Now gets the ball screen from Bosch. Go right inside to Gerard. Through a double team. Up and over Jaden Robinson. Gerard Bosch now with 10. Has scored, I think, 8 of his 10 with his offhand.
Yeah, lowering his shoulder right there, getting that physical edge to create space. Great move from the big man.
The Spaniard, the sophomore from Barcelona. And a big impact tonight. Had a great freshman season a year ago as well. Was a starter as a freshman on that conference title team. 3 ball from Burrows. No good. And guess who? Gerard Bosch for the rebound. Threw it off the backboard. Jaden Robinson stole it, and then Bosch erased his shot attempt at the rim. What a wild sequence.
Yeah, I mean, that sort of play is inconceivable, right? To throw it, trying to get a pass up court, and it hits the net and falls right into the hands of the other team. I mean, you just can't plan that in your pass.
Bosch's outlet might have even got the underside of the backboard.
Yeah.
Jaden Robinson thought he had a layup, and Gerard threw it right back. So Pioneer basketball running offense out of that high post spot from Caberline to Bryant. He's been hot today just off the back rim. Hit 3 of them in the first half.
Yeah, Bryant held scoreless here in half number 2. Nice job by the Park defense adjusting. There's a foul called against Gary Clay.
That's going to be the 4th on Clay, and that's a big whistle. So Gary Clay going to have to take a seat, at least for a couple of minutes, as we're just still 6:45 to go. Clay's been such a big piece for the Pioneers group here the last half of the season. He's been the 2nd leading scorer on the year.
And the leading scorer in this game with 13. They'll eventually put him back in, though, probably with around 4 or 5 minutes left to go in this game.
Robinson, strong move all the way to the cup. Couldn't get it to go. We'll go to the line for 2.
You could just feel the emotions from both of these teams rising here. I mean, such a back-and-forth game, a postseason game, win or go home. This is when it's really important to keep your composure.
And quite a few of these guys are playing what could be their final basketball game in a college uniform. Robinson is a senior for Park. Josiah Barnes a senior. Christian Bradford a senior. Of course, Gary Clay and Brooks Langer for the Pioneers, seniors. So, as you said, win or go home, trying to extend their college careers one more game. Bryant dribble handoff on the wing to Buchanan. Looking to go inside to Bosch again. Couldn't get it to him. They do, but way outside, about 15 feet. Spins baseline. Bosch keeps that dribble alive. Gets back to that right-handed jump hook. Why not? Go back to it. Gerard Bosch has been dominant in the post. He's got 12. And they've all been tough baskets. Highly contested up and over defenders with that right-handed jump hook.
And now making a play on defense. Here comes Bosch the other way.
4-on-1 break.
Oh, they had numbers.
Did. Good transition defense by Park. Got back in a hurry, but did have a 4-on-1 for a moment.
Gerard Bosch making a difference on both ends of the floor.
Langer, 3-ball, knocks it down. Brooks Langer puts the Pioneers on top by 6. Park switching that ball screen, but went underneath the screen to switch, and Brooks Langer, way too good of a shooter to go under. Too much space, knocks it down.
That's a huge 3 right there. Give the Pioneers their largest lead of the second half.
Josiah Barnes tried to answer the bell, as he's done all night, but came up short. Big possession for Mid-America. Put this thing, 3-possession ball game, changes the dynamic in this final 5 minutes. Bryant probing into the paint. Had it poked away by Chroma. Got it back, and he was fouled. And Malachi Bryant's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Both teams in the bonus for the remainder of this 5:01 to play.
Yeah, great hustle play right there by Malachi Bryant when the ball was poked away. To get it back, force a foul, earn himself at least 1 free throw. Gerard Bosch getting a nice ovation from the Pioneer crowd as he heads back to the bench.
Malachi is an 82% free throw shooter. The front end of a 1-and-1, in my opinion, hardest free throw to make in basketball. Knocks it down. You miss the front end of a 1-and-1, it's almost like a turnover. It's an empty possession.
Right, unless you get an offensive rebound on a free throw, which is very difficult to do, especially against a team like Park that outsizes MNU.
That's the first point of the second half for Bryant. Had 11 in the first. He's got 13 now and gives Pioneers that 8-point lead, 3-possession lead we've been talking about. Just under 5 to go. Chroma all the way to the cup, drops it off for Jaden Robinson, and he gets it to go in one. He's fouled by Shane Stevenson. Strong finish inside from the senior from New Orleans, Jaden Robinson.
Timeout on the floor.
Nate's getting good, getting close.
Would expect nothing less from these two. They split the season series one apiece. Both teams winning on the road, believe it or not. But, couldn't have a more even stat sheet. Both teams 17-11 overall, 16-8 in the league, 1-1 head-to-head. And we're in store for a heck of a finish. Under 5 minutes to play in the quarterfinals. Pioneers 63, Pirates 57. Coming out of the timeout, it's Jaden Robinson for one free throw after the and-one. Robinson has split his 1 for 2, I think, on all of his trips to the line tonight. Just gets one, knocks it down. And here's that full court press from the Pirates.
Yeah, head coach Jason Klein deciding it's time to try and make a stop on defense any way you can. Kickball isn't how you're going to make a stop, though. Wrong sport.
Chroma got a foot on it, and Pioneers will do it all over again with 27, 3 ticked away on the shot clock. We'll have a fresh 10 to get past the midcourt line, though. Inbounds to Buchanan. Here comes the double. Joe gets it back to Bosch. Gerard to Bryant. 3-on-2. Malachi probing. Going to reset, run some offense. 5-point lead, every possession amplified now, under 5 minutes to play. High-low action, Stevenson spinning. Got Robinson off his feet for a moment and then goes up and over with the jump hook. It has been the post play from the Pioneers here in the second half. It's jump hook after jump hook.
Yeah.
Having a lot of success on the block.
Oh, good stop. Shane Stevenson.
Stayed vertical, avoided the foul. Good play inside from Stevenson right after the bucket. Clock ticks under 4, and Bryant going to settle things down, run some offense again. And you got to imagine they're going to go inside to Stevenson or Bosch. There's Shane, had him sealed for a moment inside, couldn't get it to him. Bryant, stop and pop jumper from the elbow. What a shot from Malachi Bryant. Shaking his head a little bit, he's feeling it. Got to the free throw line, that little pullback between the legs, and knocks down the pull-up jumper. It's a pretty play from Bryant.
Yeah, Park is really running out of time now. Down 9, 3.5 minutes to go. Have to score on nearly every possession now.
Burrows left all alone, and that might have been scouting report defense. Good play by Malachi Bryant as he came all the way over to the lane to stop the dribble penetration, was willing to let Tyler Burrows take one from outside, come up with a stop. Burrows.
Oh, wide open.
Stevenson with the bucket to put the Pioneers on top by 11. Stevenson in double figures with 11. And this one certainly not out of reach just yet. Pirates, a pressing team, force a lot of turnovers, but it is slipping away with 3 minutes to play.
Still not too late, though, for these Pirates. Man, they played such a close game all night. Been treated to a fun one, Nate. Can Park keep it close in the last few minutes? That bucket will help.
Robinson up and over his own right-handed jump hook, as we've seen from the Pioneers all night. He scores double figures with 12. It's a 9-point ball game in timeout Pirates. You have to imagine the full court press will be on coming out of the timeout. See, Pioneers have trusted freshman Joe Buchanan and sophomore Gerard Bosch to handle the ball in the backcourt, and they're going to stay in. So it's a young group out there.
Yeah, and with, Shane Stevenson, again, you said Joe Buchanan being hot. They're keeping the senior Gary Clay on the bench at the moment. See if that changes here in crunch time, if it maybe gets closer. He is one of the most clutch players. Again, had the clutch three-pointer to win it against Graceland on Saturday. But, hey, if Stevenson and Buchanan and Bosch are the hot hands, you have to let them keep playing.
Yeah, Gary had to exit with those 4 fouls, and 2 of them, I think, unlucky whistles. But like you said, if the lead's going to extend with the group on the floor, you're going to leave them out there. This is a playoff basketball game. And Gary, to his credit, has been a great teammate. He's been cheering his guys on, encouraging them in the timeout. He's stayed locked in.
That's hard to do. When you know that this could be your last collegiate game, to accept the role as someone not playing in clutch time right here. He's being a great teammate. It looks like.
And we got a lot of basketball left. We'll see Gary Clay back in this ball game, I would imagine.
Look at that. Excellent leader right there, going out giving every player on the court a high five before play resumes.
Park going to try to deny it inbounds. Pioneers get it to Buchanan. Here comes the double team. Back to Bosch. Langer left all alone, and the no-look from Bosch.
Okay.
The offhanded no-look pass in crunch time against the press, but Bosch found Malachi Bryant at midcourt.
I like that no-look pass right there. Park thinking they can get a trap in one corner. Instead, goes to the other corner. Just a bit too strong on that pass from Langer.
Pioneers turn it over, looking to go high-low to Shane Stevenson. And it's a good idea, as they've had success in the post all night here in the second half, but come up empty on the turnover. So it's a 3-possession lead now, 9-point game.
And Park needs a bucket right here. Right, coming out of the timeout.
And just about turned it over. Burrows tracked it down. You don't want to leave Josiah Barnes. He's going to get the 3 off. Pioneers fortunate. Bosch came down with the rebound, poked away by Bradford, and Jaden Robinson all alone for the easy 2.
And what a possession for Park. Much needed. Here comes Joe Buchanan the other way. Oh!
How did that ball not go in? The second chance opportunity, Joe's going to find himself at the free throw line. That was a wild sequence.
Wow. Yeah, in every way that last possession went for Park. They almost lose the ball, and then they somehow get it back, shoot a 3. It's no good, and then after it seemed like Bosch had the rebound, he loses it, leads to a wide-open layup, and then somehow making a stop on defense there.
We'll see Gary Clay check back in now for Brooks Langer, the senior out of Chicago. Has had a big night. Was 13 points in the ball game. Has had to sit with those 4 fouls.
Yeah, was the leading scorer for the Nears tonight before he had to go to the bench. Couple more buckets here from him, or Malachi Bryant could do it in this one.
Joe Buchanan joins the double-figure scorers with 10, and he's going to take a seat. We'll see some offense-defense subs now with Isaiah Cole. Cole checks back in for defensive purposes alongside Caden Caberline. Under 2 minutes to play. Pioneers with that 9-point lead. Double team comes in the post.
Good defense.
Bosch able to poke it away. They were looking for Jaden Robinson cutting to the rim. Robinson's had a big second half. You've got to stay attached to number 5. You can't let Josiah Barnes get a 3 off. Cromah takes the 3. No good. And that should be a jump ball. It is. That's the right call. No foul.
And that's going to be Pioneer basketball.
Absolutely. That's a big play by Caden Caberline, getting 2 hands on that basketball, stealing a possession for the Pioneers.
Yeah, essentially it works like a turnover right there with the possession arrow facing MNU. And now, when will Park decide to play the foul game? Already down 3 possessions. Still a minute 43 to go. I imagine they'll let the Pioneers have at least one more possession here before they resort to fouling.
Yeah, they'll play this one out, and then it depends on whether or not they score after that. If you can get it to a 2-possession game, they'll play the next one out, but otherwise it'll be foul time.
Yeah.
Clay on the wing to Stevenson up top. Shane looking to go inside. Pioneers have gone into the post over and over in the second half. Bryant, the 3-ball, could have been the dagger. An offensive rebound. There's an extra 20 seconds that can come off the clock. Big play from Shane Stevenson, and that's going to send Brooks Langer to the free throw line where he is lethal. Brooks shooting close to 90% from the foul line this year, 87%, 31 for 35.
What a huge rebound from Shane Stevenson right there. Forcing Park to start playing the foul game, but they fouled the wrong guy. Can Brooks Langer make him pay?
It's a 1-and-1. Big first free throw coming up.
Ice in his veins. Knocking down the first free throw.
Langer calmly hits the first. If he hits the second, I would imagine we'll see Isaiah Cole check in for him. Little offense-defense sub. And there it is, nothing but net from Brooks Langer. Here comes Isaiah Cole. Pioneers with the 11-point lead after the 2 free throws from Brooks.
How about that? Another Pioneer senior knowing his role, right? He knows he's an offensive specialist. He lets Isaiah Cole play on defense here, trusting his teammates to get it done for him.
Yeah, one more stop makes it awfully tough, but Pioneers are going to send Josiah Barnes to the line. And that foul's on Malachi Bryant. Okay, if it was on Clay, that would have been his 5th. Just the 2nd on Malachi. And here they come. Stevenson and Langer right back in. Pioneers will have their 5 best free throw shooters on the floor anytime they've got the basketball now. And they've got some good options. Again, Langer, an 87% free throw shooter. Joe Buchanan right around there, 87% from the line. Malachi Bryant, 82%. Nine-point ball game, 1 minute to play. Full court press. Langer trapped, gets it back to Gerard Bosch.
Almost picked his pocket from behind. Now trying to foul.
Clay hanging on to it. Why not? He's a good free throw shooter. He's trapped near midcourt, and Coach Hepker going to get the timeout.
Look at that. Wasting a lot of time off the clock right there. Park couldn't get a foul.
And there's an injured Pirate on the baseline. I did not see what happened, but that's Abu Bakar Chroma who's in some pain.
Oh, and that was off the ball.
Yeah, you hate to see that. Chroma is a junior, so he'll have another year of eligibility, but with under a minute to play in what's likely the final game of Park's season, grabbing at that left ankle. So I didn't see what happened. We'll let the athletic trainers tend to Chroma, and we'll be back at the end of this, what will be a full timeout, maybe a bit longer. 48.5 to play in the ball game. Pioneers lead it 73-64. Good news is Chroma did walk off under his own power, just favoring that left ankle. Pioneer basketball inbounded back into the backcourt to Malachi Bryant. Park going to get one hard trap before they foul. There's the trap, and there's the foul. Robinson is going to be...
Hepker called another timeout.
Oh,
look at that. More time coming off the clock.
And I believe the Pioneers will have just one timeout remaining after that 30-second timeout from Coach Hep. So Park choosing not to foul, trying to play the trap game, get a turnover and one more bucket before they start fouling. But they had two hard traps that were bailed out from timeouts. Pioneers with just one more of those left in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, now the Pirates are really running out of time, right, if they want to play the foul game. Only 42 ticks left on the clock.
And at this point, you've already wasted 20 seconds of the shot clock. You might as well play out this possession without fouling, and then they'll have no choice but to foul. Langer will inbound by the Pioneer bench. 11 on the shot clock, 42 on the game clock in a 3-possession game. Throw it into the backcourt to Bryant.
Yeah,
here comes the double team. Stevenson to Langer. Brooks choosing to take a deep contested three. It got a piece of the rim, so that'll be a new shot clock. Gary Clay got on it. It's going to be a jump ball. And possession arrow will favor the Pirates. And we'll see the defensive subs check back in, Caberline and Cole.
Some extra emotion there shown from Josiah Barnes, and here very late in the game.
And I'm not sure Brooks knew how much time was on the shot clock because he had a clean look at 3 with about 3 or 4 on the clock. That's late enough. You let it fly. Instead, he had to take one as time expired from out near the logo. But shot clock is off now, 27.5 to play. Bryant, full court pressure, won't let the Pirates roll it in. Skit pass, Shondell Robinson into the paint. Had it poked away, good defense. Could have been a travel, no call. Deep 3 from Burrows, too strong. Bosch, the rebound. Cole tracked it down in the corner. That
big time rebound.
That'll just about do it. Isaiah Cole fouled, going to walk to the free throw line. And this one is all but over. 7 seconds to play. Isaiah Cole will head to the line. Chance to make this a double-digit ball game. And the Pioneers are going to head to Baldwin City on Saturday for the semifinals of the conference tournament against the #1 seed Baker Wildcats.
What a huge game played by Adam Hepker and his boys. They played wonderful all game. It was back and forth. But again, like Coach Hepker said last Saturday, his boys just find a way to win games. I mean, some players, they just have that gene in them. The ability to take over a game late. We saw Malachi Bryant playing very well. Gerard Bosch played incredible in the second half.
And I think we'll see Malachi Bryant named as the Pickleman's player of the game at the end of this one. And Pioneers, one more shot attempt from Josiah Barnes, that'll do it, are going to win this one 75-64 and extend their season. More playoff basketball to come Saturday, the semifinals in Baldwin City. Congratulations to the Pioneers on the quarterfinal win, and we'll be back here Friday night for the semifinals of the women's side as the Pioneers will host Mount Mercy here Friday night at 7.
Should be a great game for the women. Saw a few of the women's players, Aubrey Rogers and Bella Perez, in the stands tonight. Maybe getting a little bit of extra motivation to keep both of these incredible basketball program seasons rolling right through the postseason.
So both Pioneer programs headed to the semifinals of the HAC Conference Tournament. Appreciate you tuning in on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube.